Okay, good morning. Here we are. Finally, I can talk to you about your core muscle that you can work on to make sure that everything is coordinated all together. So real quick, just want to explain the point of the exercise is to make sure that our diaphragm, which is right here, abdominal muscles, the back muscles, and finally the pelvic floor all work together in order to condition all our abs so they look great, as well as condition our back muscles so that they actually expand to the maximum of their capacity and then come back to the center. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is using props. I'm sure you have dumbbells at home. I have here 5-kilo dumbbells. You can use 10, 15, 20. The whole point is you're going to be anchoring yourself, holding on to something so that you understand how your breathing works. Bring your legs together like so. I want you to squat down if you can, very slowly so you're not hurting yourself. And you're reaching forward and holding on to your dumbbells. Okay, so you see how I am comfortably sitting down, but it's really my hand, the reach, that's keeping me from falling backwards. You know, if I didn't have these dumbbells, I'll be falling backwards, and that's not what I want. I want to be able to hold on to something. So the heavier the weight, the better. Next thing is, I want you to completely relax, okay? And by that, I want you to feel your back completely expanding and relaxing. And from there, I want you to take a big inhale and exhale. Inhale for me again. Exhale. Now you'll notice how your back muscles expand. You can see it on the video. And when you are exhaling, you'll notice that your pelvic floor should lift up. So when you are taking an inhale, back muscles are expanding, pelvic floor is going down, and when you exhale, everything comes back in, pelvic floor lifts up, and your belly comes back in. So once again, let's do it 4 times together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Take a break. We're going to do a second set, but while we take a break, I want to explain again why we're doing the way we're doing what we're doing. Basically, in this position, your abdominal muscles are completely crushed. Why? So that you really work on the expansion of your back muscles. Because your breathing is constrained, because you are collapsing yourself forward by leaning into your thighs and holding on for your dumbbells, your back have no choice but to expand to its maximum capacity. So we're going to do a second set, and I want you to think again about the back expansion with every inhale, collapsing with exhale, and the pelvic floor. What happens? When you are expanding the back, the pelvic floor drops, and then when you are bringing everything together, the pelvic floor lifts up. And I really want you to exaggerate the movement of the pelvic floor this time. I want you to be mindful of your pelvic floor dropping with inhale and reaching up and lifting up with the exhale, okay? And now when you do this, when you put these two together, you'll notice how it's actually working a bit harder. So let's go back. I always like to start from the standing position. Feet together. Reach. And let's go right into it. I'm collapsing my head. Inhale. Exhale, lift pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale, lift pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Doing great. Let's do 2 more for the road. Inhale. I want you to imagine wings expanding for your takeoff. And exhale. Taking off. Inhale. Wings are expanding. Those are your wings in the back. Exhale. Excellent. That was great. Now we're going to move on to the second exercise. By then, you should feel how your back was able to expand and collapse with each breath. So we're going to use that learning and apply it now to the next exercise. I'm just going to use my yoga block here, but you can use a pillow, anything that makes you feel comfortable. And I want you to lie on your side, like so. Head is resting on your pillow or your yoga block, arm extended in front of you, feet together. Now, slight correction. This is a relaxing position. I want you to lift right here so that you have a gap. Why? To make sure that our abdominals on the side, because we're working against gravity, because gravity is working this way, pushing this way. So by lifting up, you're actually working these part, the side right there, okay? So, like I said, you are not collapse and relax. You actually lift up. Also, this means that you're nice and straight, okay? Now, I have my thumbs up. The thumb is gonna go on the back of your rib, and the rest of your hand or your 2 fingers are gonna be in the front. Why? Because I want you to feel for your ribs. Really walk your way down. Feel the last rib, which is about here. You can start from here if you want and walk it there, and then place your fingers like so. And then we're going to start the exercise, which is the same principle. Inhaling, exhaling. First part, we're going to focus on rib expansion. But you'll see it now because my ribs are going to go up with every inhale. So inhale. Exhale. See how I took a long exhale? It's to really make sure that I work in the full range of how these ribs can expand and then collapse again. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Break. Notice the whole time I was exercising, this area stays up and firm. It was not drooping. It stayed up the whole time. Now we're going to switch over to the other side. And on this side, so obviously you work both sides equally. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to demonstrate, the second part of the exercise. So the second part of the exercise, once again, placement, lift up. There should be a nice gap here. Hand straight in front of you. Head is nice and relaxed on your pillow. Thumbs up on the last rib so we can see movement. This part of the exercise, it's the same breathing, except that I want you to be aware of what your pelvic floor is doing. So when you are inhaling, you expand, exhaling, collapse, right? So inhale with the pelvic floor. Pelvic floor goes up, down there, relaxes, and with the exhale, lift the pelvic floor. If you don't feel what your pelvic floor is doing, you can just put a finger I know it's a bit gross, but you can put a finger there and then feel how your pelvic floor is dropping and relaxing. But if you're very well connected with your pelvic floor, there's no need for that. But it's important for you to bring in the pelvic floor consciously and really lift to its maximum and then completely relax to the maximum. So let's begin the exercise now. I want you to inhale, exhale, lifting pelvic floor. Inhale, exhale, lifting pelvic floor. Inhale, relax pelvic floor. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. You got this. Inhale. Exhale. Break. Now, if you feel that your back is not expanding as wide as it should, one slight modification you can do is actually bring your feet up while still keeping that gap over there, of course. So I would say bring your feet right about here and then inhale. So you can really feel it on your back and exhale. It's the same position we had earlier when we had our dumbbells, except that we're on the side. So the higher you bring your feet, the more pressure you have against your belly button so that you're getting maximum movement on your back muscles. Right? So to me, really make sure you get that backward extension. And when I do that, I actually feel my ribs on the back, that connects on the back. I feel my ribs actually turning on themselves and expanding a bit further. So it's a great way to get that full expansion with those ribs opening up, just like the shutters of your window. So again, I'll just do a couple together so that you'll see. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more for the road. Inhale, pelvic floor relaxes, and exhale, pelvic floor lifts, and everything comes back in. Okay? With that done,